I distinctly remember going to a Diddy party, all the waitresses topless. They serving you, everybody topless, you feel me? Like, he got dancers in cages, people walking around with lions on tigers on leashes. I seen this with my own 2 eyes, you see what I'm saying? And it was getting so weird in the party, I'm like, man.
You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, and it got so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago. The man refused service for AIDS.
So, and when I got to the party, you know, all the waitresses was topless. They had like...
You're the second person to say that.
Yeah, like that's okay, yeah. Everybody, the waitresses was topless, like they had like dancers in cages. I seen a few people had like lions on leashes and stuff like that. You feel me? And then, you know, once they came out.
Diddy's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, has just shaken up the entertainment world with one of the boldest claims we've heard so far. According to him, Diddy's parties were not only filled with wild excess and chaos, but some celebrities may have even left those events carrying dangerous infections. These are not just whispers from anonymous sources. These are words from someone who once stood right beside Diddy, protecting him, handling the risks around him, and watching everything unfold from behind the scenes. Today, we dive deep into what Big Homie CC revealed, why he says he fears for his life, and how these claims could change the way we look at celebrity culture forever. Big Homie CC is not just another random person making noise online. He's someone who worked in one of the riskiest jobs in the entertainment world. A bodyguard is supposed to stay invisible, yet always be ready to step in when danger appears. And in Diddy's case, those dangers were constant. Big Homie CC himself admitted that over his career, he has been shot, stabbed, poisoned, and attacked in ways most people can't even imagine. That alone shows you this man has survived real violence and real danger.
Not about this, because he was booked to host an event in Chicago at a nightclub called The Vibe on 1534 North Kingsbury. I was head of security at this venue. And whenever celebrities would come through, the owner and the general manager, shout out PJ Khan and shout out Joey Vartanian, they would send me with celebrities after the club. So I ended up at one of his events, and a gentleman I used to work for, his name was David Arrington. He used to not work for, work with. He was a security like me, big, strong, intimidating dude. On to find out, you know, he was double dipping. He told me he was getting hired as a worker, and when I got to the event, he was there. And
as a bodyguard, or
no, he was there as a performer. Right. So that gentleman's incarcerated right now. He ended up killing his boyfriend. Stealing his car, all type of stuff. So he crashed out. So that's how I ended up even knowing about this type of stuff. So, and when I got to the party, you know, all the waitresses was topless. They had like...
You're the second person to say that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, everybody, the waitresses was topless. Like they had like dancers in cages. I seen a few people had like lions on leashes and stuff like that. You feel me? And then, you know, once they came out to collect everybody's phones, that's when I said, I'm going to the car, y'all got it. Cause I seen the Diddy guy holding hands with two vampire looking dudes, like they was off Twilight. You feel me? So if you ever at a celebrity party, you see street dudes kicking in, the females, when you see the vampires come in, somebody's case getting touched, better be on point, bro. Oh no.
Do you feel like you have the spirit of discernment to like know when you see a man or a woman that know they on some like you said the guy you was working with was a whole worker, and I don't, you know.
I was suspicious of him.
Okay.
For sure. You know, any person who worked private security at a high level, you know, I get this from my mom, the spirit of discernment. That's something she always said, exact words, so salute to you. And, you know, if you do this job at a high level, you can look into somebody's eyes and tell if they're a killer. You can look in their eyes and tell if they're a get money person. You can look in their eyes and tell if, you know.
When he now says that he feels threatened after speaking out against Diddy, people take it seriously, because his track record proves he knows exactly what danger looks like. In his interview with Piers Morgan, he revealed that if Diddy walks free, he expects to become target number one. That's not an exaggeration. That's coming from someone with first-hand knowledge of how power and revenge really work in celebrity circles. And now, by going public, Big Homie Double C has placed himself right in the middle of the storm.
Going to a Diddy party, all the waitresses topless. They serving you, everybody topless, you feel me? Like, he got dancers in cages, people walking around with lions on leashes, tigers on leashes. I seen this with my own two eyes, you see what I'm saying? And it was getting so weird in the party. I'm like, man, I tell the security team I'm working with, but let me sit outside in the Escalade. So I go outside in the Escalade and I'm just chilling out there because, you know, bro, I got a reputation to maintain, bro, outstanding member. Like, I don't want nobody thinking that, man, they got BH with this? That was always a concern for me, bro. That was always a concern. I seen it for myself because Bobby Valentino was the person I was bodyguarding at. You see what I'm saying? He tell me, I done got so much before, you know, didn't really excite me. I'm like, well, what you mean? But he there. What you mean? On bro, post grave. I said, what you mean? So he got 2 girls with him. So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, hold on. These might not be normal girls. Sure enough. Now he say, man, take my girl to the bathroom. Like, okay. We walk into the bathroom, you feel me? She go into the men's bathroom. But that's not all the way crazy because it's one bathroom packed, you feel me? People might do that, you know what I'm saying? So people start swarming the door, so I step inside the bathroom door. She's standing at the urinal, dress lifted up. I'm like, damn. Okay, that's how they coming? All right. So, you know, I'm gonna tell everybody this. If you at a celebrity party and the white guys come in like they was on Twilight, look like vampires, they holding their drink like this, you feel me, with the blonde hair, stuff like that, it's finna get crazy in the party now, you feel me? Seen it too many times. When the white guys come in like they was on a vampire movie, hella gel, spikes sticking up, around a bunch of black dudes, yeah, somebody finna get their cakes touched on, bro. But here another thing though, like I bodyguarded this guy who was a pimp before, and he told me, he said, look, if a man have too much of one thing, he started trying other things. So as soon as I heard that, I went celibate for like 2 years. Cause I ain't even trying to have like, bro, I think a lot of things is evil. And in the music industry, you see a lot of things that's evil. And they'll tell you, you crazy because you don't agree with it. I seen it. All of this stuff that's coming out, I've been saying it, bro. I've been saying it. That's why I started taking gigs. And I'm bringing the guys with me. Because it's like, all right, I don't want to be the only straight guy in here. See what I'm saying? Then at the same time, if something happened, if you on a team with like 5 security dudes, they might be 7 feet tall, but they 5 feet tall in their heart. Well, a lot of them be soft, scary. They not gangster at all. Like, they gonna run and leave you and call the police. Like, they not gonna shoot no gun, bro. Name one time you heard about a security guard, a bodyguard shooting somebody.
Snoop Dogg's bodyguard.
That was 20 years ago. That's why you hear all the rappers saying, I don't need no bodyguard. You hear that in every song. That's why. That's why I charge what I charge. Because you get me and phone them coming out. And half the time, people know not to try us. So we don't really have to do nothing. But like, I've worked with people, dudes like that dude King Kong, he big, but he'll knock you out.
During his interviews, Big Homie CC didn't just talk about threats. He went even further, pulling back the curtain on what he says really happened at Diddy's infamous parties. These weren't small get-togethers. They were massive, over-the-top events where celebrities from music, film, and sports all came together. And according to him, not everyone who attended walked away unharmed. He claimed that some actually left with infections. This shocking detail flips the glamorous image of celebrity gatherings upside down. To the public, these parties looked like luxury, power, and success. But behind those doors, according to Big Homie CC, they were high-risk environments where people were exposed to far more than just late nights and wild entertainment. The idea that multiple celebrities may have been affected adds a whole new layer of scandal, one that could ripple across the entire industry. It also raises an even bigger question. Just how far do these consequences go? Because if health risks were involved, the impact wouldn't stop at the parties. It would spread into careers, families, and reputations.